Happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Home Solutions. Dennis Purvis here in the Mix 1041 studio from Pro 93 Home Solutions, your sponsor of the area's only local home and garden show. And normally I'll do a little pitch here, but we've got one of our most popular guests that we've had back with us today because he's going to tell you how not to burn down your kitchen and to save you money on the thousands of dollars of appliances that you have in your house. What I will say is that, hey, Pro 93, we're a good general contractor. We're local. We're friendly. We're ready to help you with any project you have around your house, from remodeling to full new construction. Remember, we also have our clean team. It's getting close to the holidays. I know Wendy and her crew are running a special right now. If you buy a $100 gift certificate for someone for our cleaning services, you get a $50 gift certificate for yourself at no additional cost. So $150 worth of cleaning for $100 right now. Contact us 458-4135, and Wendy will take care of you. So that said, ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend, one of only 3 certified appliance repairmen in the state of Tennessee. MCAT. Whatever that means.
Master Certified Appliance
He's a Master Certified Appliance Technician. Daniel Waller, Legacy Appliance Repair. The crowd goes wild. Daniel, how you doing today?
Running crazy. Thanksgiving was just, a couple weeks ago, and chaos ensued. Woke up Monday, turned on my phone, had 24 voicemails, at least about a dozen text messages of people exploding things over Thanksgiving.
I saw him Tuesday, and you said you got one message of a lady that said she blew the door off her oven.
Yeah, she set it to self-clean on Wednesday night to make sure it was clean for Thursday. And what have I said every single time I'm on here? Do not self-clean your oven. She woke up to glass everywhere. And, she wanted me to come out Thursday on an emergency to, come out and fix the oven with a piece of glass that I guess I would just manufacture or something.
Well, you get some sand and silicone. Silicone, you'll be all right.
Cut my window out of my Transit.
There you go. So let's dive right in. Listen, when we've had Daniel on the past, it's been some of our most watched episodes, both online, Facebook, and on YouTube. But tons of questions and comments from everybody that's listening. So no matter how you're listening today, you're going to want to stick around for the whole half hour here. He's going to be able to give you some unbelievable tips and some great stories. He never disappoints. And I think the best thing I would tell you is one of the things that he made me realize is how many thousands of dollars of appliances you have in your home that you probably don't, we just kind of take them for granted that they're going to work until they don't, and then we spend thousands of dollars on new ones. But there are some maintenance. I know we'll talk about that today, some things you can do maintenance-wise to kind of add some longevity to those things. But, we talk about our cars all the time and getting oil changes and doing all the maintenance and rotating tires. Why would we not spend that money on our appliances? These are things that, we need our car or our truck every day, but hey, somebody needs to do laundry. Somebody's going to have to wash dishes. Somebody's going to have to cook something. So keep something cold. So we're going to get right into it today. So let's just start with you. You've already kind of alluded to it, Daniel. Folks, I know, especially after Thanksgiving, if you had a messy turkey, now you got a messy oven. You've cooked a lot of things in there, and the temptation is going to be there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just pop the button that says self-clean.
And right there on your oven, it says self-clean.
Well,
and doesn't that sound amazing?
So there are options now that they're putting into ovens where there's steam clean. And that's perfectly fine. If your oven has an option of steam clean, go for it. It'll work. It'll clean it. It won't blow things up or crack glass or catch things on fire. It won't do that. So you can use the steam clean option. The self clean and I had a customer, this same guy with a broken door. Well, why do they put it on there? I don't know.
So explain to everybody why that is such a bad idea.
So number one, it's kind of like using the turbo boost on a sports car. After 7 times you void the warranty on a sports car, you're going to run the chance of just it's overheating, it's overusing it. It uses about the the amount of pressure that it puts on it is like operating the oven 60 times at once. I mean, it's enough. You're in the range of 900 to 1500 degrees, and it's insane amount of heat in that.
And I can tell you from remodeling kitchens, we've taken stoves out, and literally the cabinets next to them
are charred. Yeah.
Just absolutely charred.
We've had them catch fire on the cabinets, and
it's
the
just,
wiring.
The bottom line is they're not built to withstand the heat that the self-clean gets to, correct?
Yeah, and I've seen also, like, you have the 48-inch ranges. They have a 30-inch oven on one side, and then you have an 18-inch. And the 30-inch will self-clean just fine, but when you go to the 18-inch, it's too much heat in such a small, confined space. It will do more damage than the 30-inch. I've had 2 of those this week where I had to go in and reset things because they did the self-clean.
So if somebody's asking, well, then how do I clean my oven? How do you tell people, what is your recommendation if you want to clean your oven between now and Christmas?
So we bake a lot.
Yeah.
We have 5 boys.
You do.
So
Legacy Appliance Repair is not just happenstance. He has got a legacy because he's got 5 boys. I keep asking him if he's figured out what's causing it, but they're still figuring it out.
So Tuesday before Thanksgiving, my wife was like starting to smoke a little bit in the oven. And I was like, all right, I got it. So I popped the door off, which, look into the camera. Don't pop the door off if you don't know what you're doing. I've had people break hinges and all sorts of things. But if you can figure out how to open the door, that's going to be half the battle. Get it out, lay it on the ground, and then you'll be able to get to your oven. Get a paste of vinegar and baking soda, which everybody's like, oh, that's how you make volcanoes in grade school. If you make a paste, a thick enough paste, it'll die back down, and you can use that to clean your oven. Yeah. The other temptation is, and I had this one at church. Church had a 48-inch range at my church, and it shorted out. Every time they preheated it, it shorted out. And I went in there, and I just shook my head. The temptation is, put foil on the bottom of your oven. Uh-huh. If you can see the element, you're fine. Pick the element up carefully. Slide your foil or your liner under it, set the element back down. If you cannot see that element, it doesn't mean it doesn't have an element, which I've had people tell me that. Mm-hmm. It means the element is underneath the cavity. When you line that thing, it's going to bow the cavity down, and it's going to short out the element. And like on your higher ends, like Wolves, it'll actually fuse the element to the bottom, and you actually have to scrape it out.
Oh, so you're creating more of a problem.
Right.
We're trying to stop a mess.
You can line the bottom rack.
Yeah.
You cannot line the bottom of the oven if you cannot see the element. I had a lady, it doesn't have another element. Yeah, it does. It's under there. Trust me. They did not put a bake element in the top. That's called the broil element. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's the temptation is, well, I'll just line it. No. We had a Decor range, $18,000 range. He put foil on the bottom of it, cracked the bottom, and it's irreparable. And we're talking the first 3 months.
Jeez. So there's something new today, folks. I grew up with grandmama's house, and foil was on the bottom. And she'd go out after a couple days and take it out and put new down.
Yep.
And who knew? Hey, so there's another tip of the day ready to go for you right off the bat. So, all right, stoves. So let's move around the kitchen here.
Well, actually, I want to go back to this one.
Go ahead.
Because we're talking about how you were talking about thousands of dollars of appliances. And I had a customer 2 weeks ago tell me this. He was like, I was doing a little research, and he goes, I found a Black Friday sale on a range. And it was a KitchenAid. Nothing against KitchenAid.
Yeah.
But it's not quite the high-end game that I play in.
Yeah.
Because I'm in Wolf and Thermador, and, I just picked up Viking. So, yes, I'm your authorized servicer for Viking, Wolf, Sub-Zero, and Thermador. Little plug. Anyway, but...
That's what it's here for, brother. Go ahead.
But we're used to high price tags on that end. That's just the nature of the beast. We're looking at the Ferraris, not the Fords. Yeah. KitchenAid, their Black Friday deal on a 48-inch range was $11,000. That was their Black Friday deal. Appliances are moving higher and higher and higher. I was in Costco, and this is not a recommendation or anything, but my wife thought the LG fridge was pretty cool that you knocked on the door and it opened, turn the lights on and you can see, which they have ranges that way too, which I didn't know about until about a month ago, but that was pretty cool. Anyway, I went into Costco about 8 months ago, went up to that fridge. It was $2,800. Went back about a month ago, it was $3,800. It had jumped $1,000 in 6 months.
So, and I think the other thing I know when we're doing some kitchen remodels right now where appliances are the days of being able to go in and just come out with a appliance. Most of the box stores aren't even cut unless it's stuff that's clearance, scratch and dent.
Right.
The stuff they have on displays are just displays.
I have manufacturers that are out a year.
Oh, yeah.
2 years on some of them because they just don't have the production and the demand. That was the thing was, with the changing laws and regulations on refrigerants and stuff like that, they're having to change their models. And I had a lady call me up and she's like, well, they just need to exchange it. And I'm like, they don't have another one to exchange.
Yeah, you're going to have to wait. So how's that affecting parts and you being able to get parts?
Mostly I can get parts within a couple of days. I have been running into a snag. I think it's probably because of the holidays where I will order something and it'll show green when I order it. And then I get an email after I leave the customer and I have to go, oh, crap. I just got an email that says this thing's back ordered.
Well, I know we had talked. You had helped me out on, we had put in, we had done a basement finish and into an apartment for a mom that was moving back in with her daughter, and we put one of the smaller Samsungs, and they don't come with the ice maker. They make the ice maker that you can put in the quick connect, right?
Yep.
And I started looking and couldn't find it. I called him and he said, if it's Samsung, good luck.
Yeah.
And my initial response was, oh, we have one. So I bought it. And then I got the email the next day, 12 to 16 weeks. Now, to their credit, we got it in about 6.
Yeah.
And it showed up at the office, and we're like, what is this?
Right.
We're like,
I forgot I ordered that.
yes.
Yep.
And the customer was thrilled.
Yep.
Mama was thrilled. But, folks, getting things right now, and now you throw in holidays.
Right. And that's the other thing is with holiday shipping, you're going to have a higher volume of shipping. The other thing is my volume of calls is astronomical. I'm booked out. This is the beginning of December. I'm booked out to the 21st.
And
without wiggle room.
And just to get scheduled for him to get in here today, we did this I think 3 weeks ago.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah, it was 3 weeks before I could find a day at a time where we could get together at the same time, and it's a good problem to have. But folks, just know that they're number one. If you want somebody you can trust, I've used Daniel. Daniel is not only, let me just tell you, not only is he very knowledgeable about whatever you've got, he is a man of integrity. I called him one time, I think it was on my dishwasher or something, and he said, look, you can pay me to come out or I can tell you what to do. And I'm like, well, tell me what to do. And that's not something he just does because we're friends. I know that I've listened to him tell cold calls that called his number. He's not out trying to just get as much money as he can for everybody. So if you're looking for somebody that you can trust, that's going to do a fantastic job and is worth every penny, I can absolutely, personally, professionally recommend Daniel. Daniel, how do they get a hold of you? What's the best phone number for them to get a hold of you guys?
So my company cell phone, which I shut off at 5, and I do not look at it in weekends, so sorry, but you're out of luck, is 706-508-8721. Yes, it's a Dalton number. No, I'm not in Dalton. Yes, it will show up John Smith when I call. Don't ask me why. It's my carrier. But yeah, it's 706-508-8721.
And is there an email or website, anything we can look at?
Yeah, that's the tricky part. Everybody's like, what's your email address? And I'm like, hold on, strap in. Here we go. It's very simple. It's Daniel@LegacyApplianceRepairLLC.com.
Gotcha.
It's just the company name.
Yep.
But, yep.
Trust me, we're Pro93HomeSolutions.com.
There you go.
I tell everybody all the time I apologize for it. So listen, that's how you get a hold of him. Stick around. We come back. We're going to work our way around the kitchen, the laundry room. We're going to hit kind of every appliance. I'm going to have Daniel kind of give us some holiday tips, things you want to do. Let's lengthen the life of those appliances, things you can do for some maintenance. They get ahead of any problems you might have. Stick around. You're listening to Home Solutions right here on Mix 104.1 and 101.3 The Buzz.
Are you tired of going to YouTube or Google for answers to your home improvement questions? Maybe you have more projects than you have time. No matter where you are in the process, Pro93 Home Solutions is ready to serve you. Pro93 is a local, veteran-owned company offering residential and commercial remodeling, cleaning, and security. Contact us today at 458-4135 or online at pro93homesolutions.com. Let the pros at Pro93 find the solution for your home or business. That's 458-4135.
Welcome back, everybody, to this special holiday appliance edition. of home solutions. I got Daniel Waller from Legacy Appliance Repair. Thanks for sticking around. Whether you're listening in your car this morning, maybe as you're out doing some errands, or you're headed out to get some things checked off your honey-do list, or maybe you're just headed out to get some Christmas shopping, early shopping done. Thank you for listening. Maybe you're streaming at home. Maybe you're on the Mix 1041 app and listening to us live there, or you're watching us on Facebook. Hi, everybody.
Or
Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're at. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, Daniel, we talked about stoves. Let's move to refrigerators. One of the things that it has, and it's one of the things that as a contractor we get so frustrated at when we do kitchen remodels, is that because refrigerators are typically deeper than your counters and your cabinets, everybody wants those refrigerators to be snug against the wall. Will you please tell everyone why that is such a bad idea?
You need to have an air gap. It has to breathe. Thing has to breathe. You're not going to have the right temperatures if you have that thing completely snug. And yeah, I'm sure it'll help with dust or toys or like I said, I have 5 kids. I know it.
Yeah.
I go under there to clean my grill, my condenser out, and there's toys under there. But if you want it snug, you're probably going to have some issues.
And you're going to be calling Daniel. It's hey, look, if you want it snug against your wall, folks, go home right now. When next time you're in your kitchen, and if your refrigerator is pushed up against your wall, pull it out.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Let that thing breathe. All you're doing is burning that thing up. You're not allowing it to, you're suffocating it.
Yep.
And you're going to be calling Daniel a lot earlier than you want to.
And it's probably a death sentence.
Yeah, and he said it's probably a death sentence. That's all. That's
encouraging. I call it a coroner's report. If I go in and I usually can catch these over the phone, and I'll be like, look, check this, and this. Well, it's an 18-year-old fridge. Yeah, I know that, but just check this, and this. And they're like, yeah, okay, they're all running. And I'm like, buy a new fridge.
Yeah.
And the thing is right now, like I was saying before the break, was the EPA regulations are changing.
Yeah.
So we're
especially on refrigerant, right?
Right. We're having to go from, if you remember back in the 80s, that we went from R12 to R134A. Well, now we're having to go from R134A to R600. And to my knowledge, I am the only technician in about a state and a half circle that has the R600 equipment. I'll be happy to field any calls of any other ones, but I'm not aware of any other technicians out there that have the R600 kits. And, I mean, manufacturers have been trying to send me to Franklin, Tennessee, to North Carolina, to try to get these things running because I'm the one that has the equipment. And, I mean, the kit alone is $3,000.
Yeah.
Just for the tools to get the job done. And with manufacturers switching over, like everything that you buy in Walmart that is a dorm fridge has R600. All your hotels now are running R600 fridges and have been for about 2 years.
Yeah.
But when they die, you buy a new one because
there's nobody to work on them.
Well, nobody to work on them, but the expense to put into it.
Oh,
so, like, So the 21st of December, I'm in a class with Sub-Zero introducing their new stuff coming out next year. I don't know the itinerary, but I'm assuming they're going to be talking about R600.
It's going to be a lot of it.
I'm betting you. And so far, there's only a couple of manufacturers that are getting it right. And you just got to be very wary. And so I was recommending to customers, hey, buy a new fridge, go out to Home Depot, Lowe's, get if good side-by-side Whirlpool will last a long time. I went to Lowe's, and I went through. They're all R600s.
Yeah. And the other thing is you go in there, and you're going to be waiting a month or two. Like they're
right.
You can't just run in and buy it. If someone's got something in stock, you're in luck. Buy it. Don't leave without either on your truck, on a trailer, or have a delivery scheduled for the next day. So refrigerators, stoves, dishwashers. Dishwashers. And we were talking right before we went on. Some of the guys that work here at the station, Austin, was in here, and he's like, I've been thinking about my dishwasher since the last time you were on. Let's talk about dishwashers. What's the number one issue that people do every day that maybe even something that the manufacturer tells them to do that they shouldn't be doing to their dishwasher?
Pre-rinse your dishes. Don't do it.
And that is because, and hold on, let's see if I know this.
Here we go, trivia time. Dun, dun.
Because the new cleaners have enzymes in them.
Right.
And you want to get a clean that has multicolor that
Yep.
because it's enzymes and bleach.
Yep.
If there's nothing for the enzymes to eat, they clog up and make your drain
Stick. Yeah,
Stick.
it's just they die on the drain, and if you're not cleaning out your drain screen, and we've been over this on the radio
Yes.
show, but if you're not cleaning your drain screen and you're not running a dishwasher cleaner through it, oh, I will clean my dishwasher every time I clean my dishes. No, you don't. Stop rinsing your dishes. Stop clogging your dishes. Run a dishwasher cleaner through it every 3 months. If you're on a hard water area, which Cleveland,
Absolutely is.
northern Cleveland is very hard water.
Yep.
Run a very good dishwasher cleaner through it at least every 3 months, because back years ago when I was first becoming a tech, we had an acronym, and it was WATCH. It was water, action, time, chemical, and heat. Chemical, buy a pod with multicolors. That one's out. Heat, make sure your water is getting hot. Make sure you have 120 degrees coming into it. If your water heater's on the other side of the house, run the sink hot before you start your dishwasher.
Yep.
Water, make sure you have water coming in. That's another one. If people are like, have a contractor come in and they shut off the plumbing for some reason, well, it doesn't work. Check that first.
Yeah.
Action, make sure you're cleaning that drain screen so that you have good, powerful pressure through that system. And then your timer is your timer. That's part of the machine. But
And I think the another thing that's kind of went around, and by the way, I had to apologize to my children after our last show because I am the king of wash the dishes before you wash the dishes. I had to go eat a little crow on that. So it turns out that's not what I need to be doing. But there's something, you see TikTok videos, you see these things on Instagram and Facebook of people saying, oh, best thing you can do for your dishwasher to take your pod, you just throw it in the bottom.
you lose so much cleaning power.
Because it's no pre-rinse, correct?
Well, if you have a pre-wash, most dishwashers now have a pre-rinse on them. And if you toss that tablet in the bottom, it's just going to go away in the pre-rinse.
Yeah.
About 40% of your pod's gone. And then you're not going to be cleaning. Well, my soap door is broken. That's where I come in.
That's where you call Legacy. And how do they get a hold of you at Legacy Appliance Repair?
So look at that segue.
What's that phone number?
706-508-8721.
All right. So we've talked about, one other things with dishwashers. Something that you pointed out in a meeting we ran a few weeks ago. What is your recommended rinse aid? I know there's 1,000 out there. What do you think is the best out there?
So, I mean, brands are brands. Cascade makes one. Finish makes one.
Finished products seem to be something you really like.
I really do. They hold up better, I've found. And like I said, we run our dishwasher twice a day.
Yeah.
And Cascade versus Finish. I'm not endorsing anything. Don't come after me, Cascade. But I like Finish. Jet Dry, is Finish's product. And the biggest complaint I have that customers come in and they're like, "Hey, my dishes aren't dry." Plastics, you're never going to get them dry. No. That's the nature of plastics. Back when I worked commercially, we were in the jail systems and they used plastic trays. They were never dry. And we were doing
always coming out beat
right.
Up.
And we were running industrial strength, and it still wouldn't dry.
Yeah.
So, but if you're not using rinse aid, your dishes will not get dry.
Yeah. All right. So let's keep moving. Let's go to the laundry room.
Okay.
Let's talk about washing machines. Talk about the importance of washing machine cleaner.
Yeah, washing machine cleaner, that's a big one. I recently saw a TikTok video of somebody removing the agitator and removing the inner drum of I think it was like 3 years old washing machine, and it was just caked with gunk.
Yeah.
Use a washing machine cleaner. You can get them in the laundry aisle afresh, just throw a tablet in.
One thing I will tell you, you're going to have to wipe your tub down. You wipe your inside tub down afterwards because you're not going to like what that thing cleaned out.
Nope.
And you're going to get some gunk.
Yep.
And when it says wipe it down before your next use, ladies and gentlemen, I did this because I don't know that I'd ever, until I didn't even know washing machine cleaner existed.
Right.
Because it is a little counterintuitive. Well, I'm washing something every time. How is it? Well, that dirt and grime and stuff that's on your jeans, and I'm out with sheetrock dust. It's got to go somewhere.
Right.
It doesn't all go down the drain.
Right.
So I ran it, opened it up afterwards, and was just like, oh, my Lord, this was in my washing machine.
Yep.
And so I took some microfiber and went in there and got it all to stick to it, got it. But, folks, I'm telling you, it'll be an eye-opener, and it's definitely something you need to do. what are other things that people need to remember? I think I remember you saying laundry, the fabric softener dispensers.
Okay, so and as we're talking about this, I'm trying to come up with an answer of something that happened in another story, and I just ding, it came to me why this happened with this customer, and it just Anyway, that's how my mind works. Make sure you're using the cycle of the stuff you're putting in. I have pulled out delicates out of drain pumps. And by delicates, I think we all know what we're talking about.
Yes.
And make sure you're using the delicate cycle because it will spin slower, because they can actually go up inside the tub and come through the drain pump, and then you call me and I have to pull delicates out of the drain pump, which is not fun for anybody.
Yes.
So, especially the customer who was very red in the face. Anyway, so, but make sure that you're using the cycle that it calls for. Heavy duty on, jeans, stuff like that, coats. Do not run a comforter through your washing machine.
Yeah.
Take it to the dry cleaner.
Yeah.
$6 versus a brand new washing machine every day. But you do need to, if you have a front load, take that thing, the dispenser out, clean it every once in a while, probably every 6 months. Just take it out and rinse it out.
Yeah.
Reduce. And my wife read me an article this past week of dying industries because of millennials. And one of them is the fabric softener and dryer sheet industry, because we're realizing, not just Master Techs, but as a group, we're realizing that these are more harmful than they are good.
Yeah.
And it will kill a washing machine and a dryer.
And moving to the dryer, and that's something, I've always been a dryer sheet guy. But I can tell you, when you think about next time you grab a dryer sheet and you go to throw it in there, feel that wax, feel that candle.
Yep.
That's got to go somewhere, and that is coating your duct line,
dryer, your everything, your heating element.
You're creating a fire hazard.
Yes.
And you had suggested the little
the wool balls.
The wool balls.
Yep.
I think $6.
Yep.
I picked them up. They last forever.
That's for 2 boxes of dryer sheets. You have them for 6 months to a year. Yeah.
And folks, I haven't noticed a drop off or anything. I mean, because we got allergies in my house, so we use all the non-allergic. And the other thing I know, something you preach, is use the amount you're supposed to use, because especially people our age that grew up before high efficiency.
Glug.
Yeah, before high efficiencies. Folks, that stuff's concentrated for a reason. It's not lying to you.
Well, I know I talk quietly. I'm going to hog up on the mic on this one. 2 tablespoons maximum of any detergent.
There you go.
That's it. 2 tablespoons. And when you measure that out, you go, oh my.
Yeah.
That's a lot less than I've been using.
Yeah. And it's going to save you money, not just on what you're buying detergent, but it's going to save your machines.
Yeah.
It's going to save your appliances. So, folks, we've kind of went through the laundry room, kitchen there. Guys, gals, listen to these tips. Do them. I'm telling you. We just got a few seconds, but one thing I want to say that Daniel offers too is some preventative maintenance. If you haven't been doing any of these things and you've been doing all the wrong things, he'll come out to your house he's got a price he'll tell you that he'll come out and take a look at what you have and do the maintenance on it, just like getting your car tuned up, just like getting your oil changed. Folks, it's worth it. Save and protect the investments you've already made. Unless you're just one of those people that doesn't care and you just want to go buy new appliances. But who in the world wants to do that? I don't have that kind of money or time.
No.
Daniel, always a pleasure. One more time, tell them how to get a hold of you. What's that phone number?
706-508-8721.
Folks, check them out. If you're looking on Facebook, Gideon, I'm hoping that we'll tag Legacy right up there, so we'll get you. And then if you're checking out our page, we'll have this posted, and I'll have him tagged on it too, so you guys can get right to him. Always a pleasure having you here. I know you're it's practical and it's stuff. I love saving money, and I hate doing stupid things that cost me money. And every time you come in here, I learn another stupid thing I've been doing, because it's just what we grew up with, right? So listen, folks. Have a happy holiday season here. Hopefully you don't need to call Daniel. Don't self-clean your oven.
Nope.
Don't do it.
Don't
quit using dryer sheets. That's your sermon for the day. Listen, folks, thank you so much. Remember, take care of your family, go love on your neighbor, and remember, we're all in this thing together. So we'll see you next week. You've been listening to Home Solutions right here on Mix 104.1 and 101.3 The Buzz.